Good afternoon, peoples. Just thought I might do a bit of a quick rig rundown on my quad bike and some of my gear I use for yalata when I go fishing. So a couple of mates have asked me to do it, so why not give it a crack? I'll take you through it. Yeah, guys, welcome back. Yeah, just run you through what my bike is. It's it's a Honda TRX 420 FM. It's a 2009 model. And I bought it pretty bog stock with a few things that need to be fixed. The fuel pump relay and just a bit of tidy up, I guess. Battery pump relay too. Fix them up and I'll run you through what I've added to it. We'll start with the front. So far on the front, I've added a King's light bar. It's just a little $60 one, cheap one that does fine for running on the tracks. And secondly, I added a winch. Yeah, but I could actually use it more to pull up on the trail or anything else, but yeah, little winch. I'll show you here, which has got the hand controls and also a remote control on the keys. And also, I know it may sound a bit unusual for a quad bike, but I've actually got a small 80 channel UHF, just a little Oracle Unidam one that I picked up for $50. It does well, and made up a little bracket at the back here for where the aerial goes. Yeah, it's a little 5 watt. It's actually got pretty good decent range. Yep, no worries. I'll give you a quick look bite from the back to front. Front, and it come with a bull bar and reasonably good tyres. I painted all the chassis, the diff and the wheels. Bar work full around. A couple extras I've added is this little saddlebag thing. Great for putting your phones in and just general knick-knacks when you're going away fishing. A couple of lures and stuff. And onto the back, I added a board, which I still get to all my stuff, which I just tie down a dune box, which has got all my fishing gear in it. Fishing gear, and just food and bits and pieces when I'm out on the tracks. And also got a 26 litre esky. It's great for keeping the bait fresh and any fish I may catch. And around to the back, made this custom out fish holder for putting my fishing rods in, and also my rod racks. As you can see, I painted all the diff and tyres. It's all in pretty good nick. So it's a 420cc, so she's full drive, so she's great for the sand dunes. Runs really, really well. Might give you a bit of a closer look now. I've removed the boxes. You see there's my rod holders, and just a bull bar UHF mount. A bit of a closer look. They take 3 rods and 2 rod holders. They work really, really well. I've not had one come out and just put an hockey strap over the top of them and away you go. Beautiful. Also, guys, I'll probably insert a few photos from my trip to Yalata, fishing wise and the quad bike. And I should mention too, I've also got a Garmin GPS on it, which is great for marking the spots, and the GoPro mount for taking photos and video. Cheers. Right now, just going to do a quick brief run around of some of the gear I've bought and made by use for yalata for me fishing for Mulloway when I head over there. I'll start off with my rods first. First rod is a Sumaki Zing Surf. It's a 13 foot, fairly stiff fast action. That's coupled to a Shimano Thunder's 12,000 bait runner style reel. And the second rod I got is a Daiwa Sensor Surf 1325, 13 foot model, and that's with a Shimano 12,000D bait runner. See, they're quite long rods. And the other rod holders I got are ones I actually made myself. Had some star droppers, stainless steel fittings. Yeah, and that so they don't get damaged, and little cutouts where the rods go. And carabiner for putting a rag on so you can wipe your hands when after you got bait. Okay, well, I'll just take it over to here. And the other two edition reels that I got is a Shimano Twin Power 14,000 size. Hoping to give that a go this year. And my other one is the big boy, which I use for jigging as well. And that's a Shimano Saragosa 18,000. Yeah, looking forward to using those bad boys this year at Yalata and head over there. Yeah, I've only been over there once. A couple of guys from YouTube went last year. I've got a couple other friends I'm heading with over this year, so hopefully it should be a good trip. And so yeah, awesome tackle. I've spent a lot of money and time, and yeah, just as that elusive mullow. I've been fishing for 30 years, sorry. My biggest fish is only 14 pounds, so hopefully this year I might do a little bit better. Cool. Alright guys, I thought I'd just run you through a bit more on my setup for Yalata. Yeah, just going through my trailer, all the mods I've done to it, and just makes it just like a half camper trailer. Cool. Alrighty, I'll start you running through what I've done to my trailer to make it pretty good for going to Yalata and taking the quad bike. I should say it's an 8x5 cage trailer, which I paid $900 for it. Not a bad price. I spent a couple of $1,000s on it, but that includes buying a rooftop tent, making a frame, put the rooftop tent on, and also adding a water tank, new axle and tyres, because it's been over 750 kilos, had to get brakes, so I got electric brakes fitted to the new axle, rated for 1.5 tonne, but we're about a tonne fully loaded up. So alright, I'll start taking you through what I've done. Start with the back. First off with the back, I've added a couple of these legs so when she's off the car, she doesn't rock around when I'm up in the rooftop tent walking around. Then put a set of light 14-inch truck tyres on it, light truck tyres. Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty good. And probably the biggest thing I did was add a tap with water. Plumbed it in, made some custom gauges, as you can see. It's plumbed underneath just in front of the axle, so it bounces quite nicely. It's done on a pump system. Turn the water on and away she goes. I'll show you. There's a battery pack here, which I keep in the front. And basically, yeah, just turn the water on, and she's got a 90-litre water tank. And turn off, it stays off. Works brilliantly. And when I'm not using it, just turn off. Also added a front toolbox to it, just for knickknacks and my levelling ramps and just pegs and just odds and ends that you use for camping. And come around to this side. Also replaced the spare tyre with the same tyres. Put a jerry can holder on it, which is great for water, and I've got two jerry can holders the other side. Got one camp light there. Just my old King's awning. Yeah, it does the job. And also I've got an annex and a room for that as well, so if I don't want to stay in a rooftop tent and I want to have extra room, I'll just stay in there. Up top I've got a solar panel. Take you to the front of the tent. It's a 200 watt, which helps charge the battery up with a DC-DC charger that I've got inside, which charges the solar. Also runs with the car. And yeah, that's probably about it. Made the frames and all that, but yeah, got some ramps that I just drive the quad straight onto. I've got an extra bar at the front there with a little, so the bike doesn't go through the net, and it ties down with a winch onto the tie down point in there. So yeah, all in all, she's done one trip and done a few trips away with my lad, just quad biking, and yeah, it's been a fantastic trial so far, so hopefully many more years to come.